You are now tuned in to the Black Law Students Association of Canada's YouTube.
Ladies, how are you doing today?
We're good. How are you?
We're good. How have you liked conference so far?
It's so good. Such a relief to be around all the Black excellence.
That's awesome. Okay, so just have a few questions. Very glad that you both are here. I know you flew very far and very cold journey to get to the east side of Canada, aside from the west side. So tell us about what law school you go to and what were your first impressions of the law school that you attend?
Sure. So we attend Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops, British Columbia. And my first impression was, wow, there's a lot of mountains everywhere, a lot of sandy hills. But it's a very beautiful location, and I just noticed, like, in the first couple of weeks, there was a lot of collegiality and support from my fellow classmates. It was nice.
Yeah, just to go off that, collegiality is definitely the word for TRU. It's a small school, and the majority of people who go there aren't actually from Kamloops, so we all linked up pretty quickly, which is nice.
That's awesome. So how did you make that decision to attend TRU?
So my personal experience was that I knew I wanted to go to a BC school because I'm from the Lower Mainland of BC, so I wanted to practice there. I got into Windsor and I was all set to go to Windsor, and then at the last minute I got into TRU. So I decided to go there just to stay in BC.
And I just applied to TRU. It was like a wild card for me. I thought I would have to apply next year, but then I was like, I'll submit one application. I picked TRU because I've heard of the collegiality again, and I got in. So it was a good time.
That's awesome. So you both reference collegiality and all of these things. How does collegiality translate into your comfort at your law school? Because do you feel like there's a lot of people that look like you, or do you feel like you find a lot of allies, even if they may not look like you? Go ahead.
I don't think that there's a lot of people that look like me, but there are a lot of allies. So with our chapter in particular, collegiality ties a lot into it because at the current time we've only got 3 Black students at the school, and there's current quotas for how many students you need to actually have a club. So if it wasn't for the collegiality and the allies that we have, our BLSA chapter wouldn't be able to be a registered club at the school.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more students that look like me, I would say, especially in my 1L class. But what was nice about, it was a huge surprise not to see as many Black students, and having the opportunity to actually like step into like executive positions with BLSA has been really exciting for me.
That's awesome. Okay, what would you say that no one knows and underestimates about your law school? So not a lot of people have heard about TRU. Prospective students are probably watching this and saying, TRU, where is that? Is it Trinity Western University? But what is something that you probably can say to those prospective students watching this right now that would say like, hey, you actually need to apply here because you're missing out on X and I didn't expect it?
I would say a lot of people are unaware of the strong connections that TRU has to the Vancouver market. So there's a lot of people that want to work in downtown law firms, and they think that those connections are only available to UBC or UVic students. But the Career Services Center at TRU is just wonderful, and there's so many opportunities for networking, job search, OCI. Employers come up to Kamloops to see us. So it's a really good place to be if you're looking to make those Lower Mainland connections.
Yeah, I would agree with what Ilhan is saying. And also you have an opportunity to have like the personal close relationships with faculty members, which was surprising to me because I feel like some law schools might have bigger classes, but I know my teachers really well, and I appreciate the mentorship opportunities we have.
That's awesome. So what would you say is your favorite activity or event that your chapter has done this year?
I definitely say the See Yourself Here event. So because we are a smaller chapter, we do have issues with getting engagement from the community at TRU. But this year we hit the pavement, we hustled hard, so we had the biggest turnout we had so far, which was really great.
Yeah, I would agree with that event. We actually have a high school within our TRU building, and so we reached out to them and they brought about like 7 or 8 students, which is a huge number for us, so we were really proud.
That's awesome. Okay, so in your application process, what was one thing that you think you could tell a prospective student that is planning to apply at TRU that would make their application stronger or more appealing that you yourself applied in that application?
I would say don't shy away from speaking about your personal experiences, especially if you're a student of color. So I know one of the nice things about TRU is that they look at a lot of applicants holistically, and I think there are certain lived experiences that students of color will be able to integrate into personal statements where other students may not. So I'd say definitely lean into that and don't shy away from it because it could help your application.
Yeah, like I would ask, like, what makes you unique, and then feel free to draw upon that. I also talked a lot about community engagement and kind of like things that aren't typical of law students, like volunteering and just different ways that I had tried to make myself unique and try to stand apart from other people.
That's awesome. That's great. So the final question that I have for you both, all right? What does it mean to be a part of the Black Law Students Association of Canada, and how have they helped you this year, or maybe in past years, or hopefully how do you see them helping you in your career?
Well, for me, it means everything. I mean, especially coming from Kamloops, a community where there's not a lot of Black people. In the law school, there's only 3 of us. So this is my second year coming up to the BLSA events, just being able to see the community, meet other Black people who are excelling and succeeding in the profession, networking. I think that it also gives me a lot of confidence in who I am and allows me to feel more comfortable in spaces than I would be if I hadn't had the experience of coming here.
And for myself, it's a nice opportunity. I actually I joined BLSA because one of my best friends was, looking for more people. But it's a good opportunity for myself to kind of get different perspective about what other people are going through and other racialized groups and the unique struggles that they may face. So it's definitely been a great learning opportunity, and it's been great meeting new people as well.
Awesome. Love to thank you both for coming. Is there any way the viewers can reach you in terms of hearing about your experience deeper, and how can they reach you?
Yeah, so we are on Facebook. If you search the TRU Black Law Students Association, we'll show up. You can always add us and reach out to us. We do have an email as well. It's balsa.tru@gmail.com, so you can reach us there too.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.